Because any public official, whether you're mayor, city councilman, or governor, their number one responsibility is protection of communities. And ICE has been clear, we're targeting public safety threats and national security threats. I can't believe there's any elected official, and especially a judge, that doesn't believe we should be doing that, and they should be helping us.
Right. Well, it's interesting. I like when I hear that Democrats still care about federalism and separation of powers. So I will give you that. But let me throw to Tom Homan's opinion on this.
I said from day one, you don't have to support ICE's operations. You can support sanctuary cities if that's what you desire to do. Sanctuary cities can stand aside and watch ICE keep their communities safe. Because any public official, whether you're mayor, city councilman, or governor, their number one responsibility is protection of communities. And ICE has been clear, we're targeting public safety threats and national security threats. I can't believe there's any elected official, and especially a judge, that doesn't believe we should be doing that, and they should be helping us. But I said from day one, you can sit aside and watch, you can argue against us all you want and protest all you want, but when you cross that line, and I've said this 1,000 times, when you cross that line to impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien from ICE, you will be prosecuted, judge or not.
So again, I just agree with that wholeheartedly, and that is connected to what Bondi said as per what the judge did. It sounds like you have a slightly different take on that. But I do want to just get back to the phrase illegal again. In the video, when you said immigrant, like, are you intentionally trying to confuse illegal and legal? Because I think that's the way it reads to most people, even if that is not your intent.
No, I think that people should come into the country through the legal process. And I think that that is the law of the country. And I certainly am not encouraging anyone to come in not through the legal process. My parents came here as immigrants. They got a student visa, they got a green card, they became citizens.
So why not just say illegal? Why not just say illegal instead of just saying immigrant, which does confuse the issue? If this was a legal citizen of the United States and ICE came for them, nobody would be for it. I'd be screaming about that, of course.
Well, look, I could have said an immigrant without legal status or without documents. I think that the question is, in the Abrego case, was where I acknowledge the person doesn't have status, is that the person still has some due process. And I guess that's one of the questions is this is where I got into a back and forth with the vice president. His argument is, and I don't think I'm distorting it, is that people who are undocumented in this country, who don't have legal status, are entitled to less due process under the law because he thinks that it's too much of a burden on American citizens. The 14th Amendment says that you have to have due process for every person in America, that every person in America also has free speech. I don't think we have lesser standards of due process for people in our borders. That's just
but what would you, okay, so putting aside the constitutional argument there, what would you make about the literal argument that if 10 to 15 million people came into this country in the last 4 years, which is what it sounds like, about 10,000 people a day, that quite literally, and again, I'm slightly putting aside the constitutional argument for a moment, how else are we supposed to get rid of people? Whether they are beating women or raping people or bringing fentanyl, or they're just illegal in the first place. How else are we supposed to do it? I mean, nobody was talking about it for 4 years that they were breaking the law coming here in the first place.
Well, I think that we have to deport people who have been convicted of serious criminal offenses. And I have confidence in our legal process to be able to do that. I think you can give someone a due process and then adjudicate that and make sure that they are convicted and deported if it's sort of domestic violence, if it's violent felony. For a lot of people.
But how do we do that? How do we do that for 10 to 15 million people? And by the way, not all of them are criminals, obviously. Not all of them are violent criminals, but they are all criminals. I mean, it is illegal. If I just wandered into Mexico and they found me, they would kick me out immediately, and it would be well within their right.
I think we need to have secure borders, but certainly, I don't know if it's your view. Do you really believe that everyone who's undocumented in America, and the estimates range from 12 to 15, 18 million, I don't know the exact numbers, and I don't think anyone does. Do you really think if it was up to you, you would have all of them kicked out of the country? I don't know about
happen
under Trump and Vance. And a lot of them
well,
are
first
paying
off, I
tax.
think I think you can make a completely moral, clean, legal argument that yes, every single one of them have to go. I don't know that that's exactly my position for people that have been here for a long time and have jobs and have family here and have been law-abiding, but that's part of the problem. There's no way to deal with these massive numbers.
Have you seen the latest headlines about fluoride in the water supply? The future of oral care isn't fluoride, it's peptides. The wellness company just launched Smile, the first ever peptide-based toothpaste that regenerates gum tissue, strengthens enamel, and naturally whitens teeth. Smile is doctor-formulated to work with your body's natural repair process. It boosts blood flow, stimulates collagen, and whitens without sensitivity. No fluoride, no peroxide, no artificial dyes, just clean, powerful ingredients that fight bad bacteria. Ready to upgrade your oral health? Head over to twc.health/Rubin and use code Rubin to get 15% off plus free shipping. Take action today for a healthier tomorrow.